I wonder if you've heard the story about the 90-year-old man who was getting a premarital checkup and told his doctor he was preparing for his marriage to a beautiful 19-year-old girl. After an extensive exam, the doctor shook his head and said to the man, "I'm not sure this is such a good idea. It could prove fatal." To which the man replied, "Well, if she dies, she dies." We find a lot of humor as people are aging, but you know, there's a lot we can learn from the older generations. Well, I'm not 90 years of age, but I grudgingly have to admit that I am getting older. Someone recently told me that aging is not for sissies, and that person was right. I am discovering that it's tough getting older. One of the most common signs of aging, unfortunately, is the loss of memory. I have a friend in Alabama named Junior Hill who tells about two elderly men who were sitting on the porch of the local home for veterans, and one of them turned to the other and reminisced. "I recall," he said, "you and your brother both served in World War II, and one of you was killed in combat. Was that you or your brother?" We love to poke fun at people getting older, but the reality is there are some distinct advantages to aging. The Bible reveals what these advantages are in a single verse, Job chapter 12, verse 12. "Wisdom belongs to the aged, and understanding to the old." Wisdom and understanding are the unique gifts of the aged. A biblical example of the positive impact older people can have upon the life of another person is the influence of a mother and a grandmother, told about in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 5, where the Bible affirms that the young man Timothy's effectiveness in ministry was attributed directly to the faithful teachings of his grandmother, Lois, and his godly mother, Eunice. The wisdom and experiences of these older women gave Timothy the strong and enduring faith that later prompted the Apostle Paul to take Timothy under his wing and to mentor him in ministry, considering him to be a son in the ministry. Looking back, I recall that I made numerous unnecessary mistakes when I was a younger pastor that could have easily been avoided if only I had sought the wisdom and understanding of older members of our congregation. It's a common mistake that many young professionals make. I suppose it's the arrogance of youth, the self-assurance that we don't need to learn from older people because, well, for two reasons. We have superior knowledge that comes through specialized education. And secondly, we have access to remarkable advances in technology that the older generation does not have. I mean, think about it. Google is a source of seemingly infinite facts and information. You need more information? Just ask Alexa or Siri. Yet all of these technological breakthroughs have not replicated, and probably never will, at least two sources of wisdom and understanding that can be provided only by older mentors. First, our real-life experiences of others. You see, I did not learn how to be a pastor from simply reading a textbook or writing a dissertation. And as important as education was, I really learned to be a pastor by learning from the experiences of older pastors who mentored me. And secondly, there are qualities that are uniquely human that can never be programmed into machines. Traits like empathy, love, the ability to express nuances. You see, technology is mechanistic and impersonal. Artificial intelligence is still artificial. But wisdom and understanding is embodied only in the authenticity of the experiences of real people. Have you ever said to yourself in frustration, "I don't need more information. I need understanding. I don't need additional facts. I need wisdom. If so, maybe our frustration shows how much we need older people to be a vital part of our lives. When you look at your own life, do you have older friends who serve either formally or informally as mentors? And for those of us who are older, are we intentionally investing our lives in the lives of younger people? If not, that might be something to consider.